Hi guys, EBPMAN here with Tablets from me, and today we're going to do an unboxing review of the Samsung Gear S2. This is the LTE version from AT&T. Now throughout North America, the Samsung Gear S2 LTE version will become available this Friday. We've been able to get our hands on an early version of the LTE version of the Gear S2, and today we're going to do an unboxing to see what's inside the box. So let's go ahead and check it out. So inside the box, we'll go ahead and open this up. You'll find the Gear S2, and this is a little thicker than the one that's currently available on the market. There's one on the market that does not have LTE connectivity. In other words, it's not a phone. You can see that this one's a little bit thicker. We'll take a look at it in a couple seconds to see what else we have in the box. So we have a charging cable. This is a micro USB charging cable. We have a charging dock, okay, because it is it's a wireless charging solution. You have, oh wow, didn't expect this. You have an extra band. That's nice. So you have an extra band. Let's see what else. Let's see what this is. Oops. This is our charging brick. Wow, a very thick book. I think this is probably the thickest book that I've seen. So again, this is a health and safety guide. I guess they really want to make sure that you use this with safety. So the warranty is also there. And we have two quick reference cards. One, as you can see here, is our quick start guide, and a second that looks like it is a offer guide. So simulator and some nice miscellaneous marketing information. And that's it. That's all in the box. So just to recap, you have your watch, you have your power cord, two guides, charging base, power brick, and an extra set of bands. Really nice. Now the Gear S2 comes in two models. You have a classic and you have a sports version. I chose to get the sports version because the classic has a leather band, and frankly I am very active. I like working out, I like running, and I didn't really care to have a leather band. Plus I wasn't too much of a fan of it. It's a smaller watch, and it didn't really look well on my wrist, so I went with the sports version. So we're going to go ahead and remove some of this plastic, and we'll go ahead and start it up. Let's see how this comes off. Okay, we'll get that out. Okay, we'll go ahead and start it up. So there's a couple buttons here that we'll just power up. Hopefully it's the first one. Try the second one. There it is. So the second one right here is what's going to turn on your phone, in this case not the phone but the watch. So we'll look at the startup sequence. This one has already been activated, so it has an active SIM, so we should feel the process should be pretty slim, or pretty smooth as we go through the startup. So you can see you have your welcome, and given the fact that this is not really using a what I would call a standard operating system. This is a Tizen operating system. This is not using what we find with Google Wear. We're going to have to install some different software, not Google Wear, but actually Samsung's proprietary software on our phone. So right now it's asking us to install Samsung Gear on the phone. So I'm going to get a Note 5 and we're going to install it, and then we'll see what's the next step in the process. So now on your Samsung phone, you're going to go into the Samsung App Store and you'll find the Gear Manager. I've already installed mine, so this is what you're looking for, and you'll install this on your phone. So now once you've installed the app and opened it, all you do is choose Connect to Gear. It's going to look at the watch and find it, and you can see that it's confirming. Here's the information from the gear, here's the information from the watch. I'm going to say OK, and now it's setting up the gear. Now you'll notice that there's some additional software that's being downloaded. It's going to go through a setup process, I'm sure, probably some updates as well, since this is a newer watch. There's been some updates that have been coming out for the Gear Manager that's been applied to my phone, but you know, with every release there's always something new that gets applied. So we're going to let this go through the process, and you can see how it's installing additional software, and once it's complete installing the software, we'll come back. So now you can see the software is completely installed. Now it's connecting to the gear. It's setting up. And we'll just let it go through its process. It's probably going to take a couple seconds. Most times what I've noticed, even with Android, where it is pretty lengthy, even as we reviewed recently the Urbane, it does take quite a while for things to set up. That's the one thing I found that's still a little bit longer. Here you have is you have to be signed into your account. You can have an activation lock. And this is going to be set up so that you can prevent anybody from messing with your phone. So you can do that if you want. I'll take a look at that a little bit later. Hit next. The watch is now vibrating and it looks like some stuff is going on. And right now it's retrieving my application list. And it looks like it's going to be looking at what notification do I want to receive. Do I want to receive notifications for everything that's up here? And I don't. So I do voicemail, I do calendars, messages. Yeah, these are pretty good. I'm not going to be looking at emails. I just don't want all those. So alarm, incoming calls, messages are the things that I'm going to stick with. And I'm just going to hit OK. And again, you can change this at any time. So I'm going to hit OK. You'll notice it's right now prompting me to go through some type of tutorial. We're going to do that in a second. But it looks like everything here is complete. I don't see, there's some changes here. There's some apps, featured apps. The application has changed quite a bit from my Gear S. So there's some changes here, which we're going to look at the app in further detail as we do an in-depth review. But for now, that was pretty much it. That was the setup process. The watch is ready to go, and all it's going to do is now walk me through a tutorial. So let's check out the watch, and then we'll go back to the software. So now the watch is asking me to go through some sort of tutorial, so we'll just follow the steps. So it says to turn the bezel, and when you turn it, again, the controls are happening here. With Google Wear, a lot of the controls are swipe. You notice that with the Urbane, you did have 3 buttons. You had a center crown like a watch, you had a top button that was for your contact list, and a bottom one which was for your health apps. This has 2 buttons that would control it, and it's now telling me that this is how you select things. So I'm going to turn it this way, and then it says turn the clock counterclockwise to view notifications. So it's again just going through the tutorial and showing how things are changing in the back. Now we're going to turn this way, or this is a back key actually, so we're going to press the back button. And now it's saying that swipe down is another feature. Press the home. This is, I guess, is the home button. So back and home. And now it says cover and touch the screen with your palm to turn off the screen. Let's see, cover and touch. And that was turned off. So some gestures that we're learning as we're going through the process. We're all done. And it looks like that's the setup process, at least the tutorial and the initial setup process. We'll take a closer look in further detail in the next segment.